Just 2 months before North Carolina's critical March primary, and the rules are changing. Good evening. I'm Angela Taylor.
And I'm Marius Payton. A federal judge struck down the state's voter ID law, meaning you will not have to show ID to vote. CBS 17's Michael Hyland is live in Raleigh, digging deeper into why and what's next. Michael.
Even people who follow this closely will tell you this has gotten very confusing over the years, with new laws and then lawsuits challenging whether you have to show an ID when you vote. For now, you don't, and a judge says it's partly because of discrimination.
North Carolina will play a critical role in this year's elections, and the way that will play out is changing. For now, the requirement to show a photo ID is gone.
Even though
Tomas Lopez heads up Democracy NC, which has fought against the state's most recent voter ID law.
there were still some things that were missing, like federal employee IDs, public assistance IDs. But there are certain voters, black voters, Latino voters, who are more likely to lack that ID than others.
In 2018, voters approved changing the state's constitution to include a requirement that you show a photo ID to vote. But what IDs are allowed and which aren't was left up to the General Assembly, which Republicans control. In a ruling this week, federal judge Loretta Biggs says the new law's voter ID provisions were impermissibly motivated, at least in part, by discriminatory intent. The judge cited the state's sordid history of racial discrimination and voter suppression stretching back to the time of slavery.
It was a real message to say, look, you cannot separate this from things that have happened previously.
Donald Bryson leads the conservative Civitas Institute.
It's not unique to North Carolina. 34 states require voter ID, all the states that surround us.
At least for now, North Carolina will not be among them.
So you're talking about millions of dollars in printing and mail for the State Board of Elections just to tell people, hey, the decision that you decided last year when you voted for it is delayed.
There's likely going to be a trial on this law over the summer. Depending on exactly when that happens and what the outcome is, it is possible you won't have to show a photo ID to vote in November either. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.